These three things tell me you actually don't love this person at all, but you are chemically addicted. Being chemically addicted to someone feels very different to anything you would have ever felt. More intense, more overwhelming. The good will feel the best ever, ever, ever. The bad will feel the worst ever, ever, ever. I've had clients say to me, I've lost a parent, I've had people pass away in my life, and this has hit me like nothing I've ever known. My body and my brain do not feel like my own. I cannot get respite from the thoughts and the feelings and the cravings and the needing answers. And 9 times out of 10, clients have been wasting a lot of times doing things because they think they're going through a normal breakup, or they think they're struggling to leave the relationship because they love them so much. And what they're missing is there's a huge chemical element to this, which is why on Wednesday, the 1st of July, I am going to be running the free detachment method masterclass. Now, this is going to take you through signs you are chemically attached, addicted, or trauma bonded. I'm going to be taking you through what doesn't work, so stop it immediately. And I'm going to be taking you through the framework A to Z that does work, that is going to allow you to get to indifference without it feeling horrific. So if you would like to join, and if you are feeling this is absolutely you, then please click the link in my bio and secure your space, because there are limited spaces available. Number 1, you miss and crave the most after they've hurt you. After they block you for the 100th time, lie to you for the 100th time, run away for the 100th time, cause you immense amount of pain for the 100th time in this cycle, that's when you want them the most. That's when you crave them the most, which makes no sense to you, because surely that should be the final nail in the coffin to run and keep running, but it's not. This isn't you missing someone. Missing someone is missing good that is consistent. Things that make you feel wonderful. Not things from 10 years ago, not love bombing. This is a craving. Cravings don't happen in healthy relationships. Cravings happen in emotionally addictive and trauma bonded relationships. And until you chemically detach from this person, your brain is going to keep telling you you miss them and that you love them, when really this is your brain's very manipulative way of trying to get a chemical hit, trying to get relief from the very person that hit you, because it's now dependent on the chemical highs and lows and the roller coaster of this relationship, which is why it feels very difficult to not miss them and love them no matter what they do to you, because there is a chemical dependency in there. There is a part of your brain that says we need, almost like a drug. When you know that drug's going to hurt you or ruin your life or do whatever, it doesn't stop somebody that's addicted just not take it, because chemically there is a process in there that we need to change in order to change those cravings, stop you missing them, stop you craving them, stop you thinking that you love them even though they're hurting you. Number 2, you are chasing the beginning of the relationship. You're chasing a version of them that, if you're honest, you haven't seen in a while, and when you do see it, it doesn't last long, or it's there only to manipulate you. You're chasing a version of them before this was painful, before this was toxic, when everything just felt wonderful, great, like you'd met your soulmate. Now, this is particularly painful because you'll be in a place where the recent version of them hurts you and you don't even necessarily like who's standing in front of you, although you feel you love them. But the version of them at the beginning that made you feel the most seen, the most understood, the most loved is some of the best things you've ever felt. And if you're honest with yourself, you fear that you're never going to get that feeling ever again, because that felt wonderful. Huge sign of chemical attachment. Your brain, if chemically balanced, should be able to see that this person changed, or this is who they really were, that isn't healthy, and that you should be able to run and keep running. When you can't and you're fighting for something that a time machine that doesn't exist wouldn't even be able to give you, that is a brain that is chemically attached, not madly in love. Number 3. Now, I briefly mentioned this one, that you don't actually like them, but you feel you love them. If you met them tomorrow, you wouldn't like who this person is. You wouldn't like how they would maybe treat somebody else, or how they treat others in their life, or how they talk to people, or even how they carry themselves. But yet you still feel you can't be without them, and leaving them still feels impossible. You still feel you're madly in love with them, but you don't like them. If it was anyone else with this person other than you, you wouldn't be able to stand this person. You would think they are not healthy, not good, toxic, etc. But yet with you, it feels different. Maybe that's because you're saying the way they are is because of their childhood. Maybe you're still feeling empathy for them, hope that they could change. But deep down, you know you don't like who this human being is. If you read their behaviour on paper and their patterns on paper, you would not like who they are. That's a sign of chemical attachment. That isn't a sign of loving someone. When you love someone, you also like them, because there's a reason that you fell in love with them outside of it being chemically intense. There's evidence there.